What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of I'm one of your hosts, Danny.
I'm your other host, Irma.
Hey, what's up, fool? Nice to meet you.
Damn, fool. What's up? Good. What's up? Wait. What's up, homies? How y'all doing?
How are you guys? We haven't missed you so much. I know that last week's episode we uploaded it on a Tuesday, but let me tell you. Porque mucha gente siempre me quiere decir que pues no le paga Irma o que no los pagan o lo que sea. Y aquí les voy a confirmar que eso no es la verdad.
No.
I try to upload the podcast as early as possible. So what I mean is that when you upload on YouTube and you're getting paid, there's a little money mark that controls your entire paycheck. And if that money mark turns yellow, that means you will not make good money, dude. You'll make maybe like $10 or $15 on like an hour video, but compare that to like making almost like $150 to like $200 an episode.
It makes a huge difference, honey.
And muchas gracias to everyone that has been super supportive. I love you guys. We are on what episode are we on? Like the 12th already?
Yeah, we're on the 12th episode.
Oh my God, dude. Dude, I can't believe we had already more than 10 plus episodes and we haven't had a guest.
Hopefully we do have a guest very soon. Just bear with us because, it's just one scheduling and we're just trying to fit things in.
And right now it's summertime, girl. I'm trying to have a lot of good time. Like, I know a lot of you girlies already went back to school, so good luck on your back to school season. You better have like a really good outfit because if not, I'm sure somebody's gonna judge you. But we'll talk a little bit about that more later. Let's talk about the comments because you guys had a lot to say on the last episode. This comment comes from Jasmine Bocane Gramontes. Okay, girl, you got a lot of last names. I love that because I have a lot of last names too.
Me too.
Anyways, I just want to know if we're related because I have so much family in Cali that's Montes and they all came from Mexico City or Zacatecas.
Wow.
Oh, imagine. I believe it. You know what? I believe it. Like my other side of the family, like girl, they have a lot of story times. If I really wanted to expose them, I really could because tú ya sabes, mommy. Like I can speak a lot about that family because I have a lot of tea. Like they consumed so much and talked a lot about me and my family. So now it's my time to talk about theirs.
It's my time to shine.
I'm just kidding though. Nah, it's irrelevant. It was in the past. It happened, but maybe we are cousins. So we should probably do a blood test.
Thingy?
I've always wanted to do that, but I'm scared.
I'm down to do it.
No, dude, because have you heard the conspiracy theories?
No.
About how like the government like takes that so like they know who you are.
Wait, really?
What?
But don't they already know with my social?
That's true. Why am I so worried about the government? Like, girl, I'm over here getting government aid. They already know everything about me.
Bitch, if anything, like, the government really sees us just as a number. That's so scary and weird. Like,
how do you know? You work in the government?
Well, I mean, we are notified by, like, social security numbers.
Well, so not only that, we're atoms. We're still numbers. We're zeros and ones, if you really think about it.
We're not atoms. We're actually just, like, waves. Did you know that?
Sound waves? I think we're numbers.
No, really?
Mm-hmm. I think we're zeros and ones and ones and ones and zeros.
Really?
I swear.
Huh.
I remember when, oh my God, dude, that gave me a spark memory.
What?
Oh my God. When I used to learn coding, you used to, okay, so like for a specific letter, it was a specific number. So you had to learn it. So if it was like A, I don't remember. This was a very long time ago. Just example. So like if it was A, it would be 0110. And then if it was B, it was like 0101. Sometimes when they would be like, oh, like type out this code, like write it out in like zeros and ones. It's a real thing, dude. Like, I remember when I was so into it, my whole For You page was of zeros and ones, and I would love to like decode stuff.
No way. That's actually interesting.
I miss that.
I actually wouldn't mind getting into that because I love numbers like that and learning, like, I guess, sequences. I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That sounds very fascinating. We should do a little class about that.
Yeah, we should.
Anyways, now moving on to the next comment. This is from @XOK96. And I remember this girl. I see you in the comments. Like, you're very familiar. So thank you for all the love and support. Appreciate you so much. And the thing is, like, when you guys are really consistent with commenting, like this, me sidetracking, I really do see you guys. Thank you to you once again. Your bio should say, I'm interested in finding that special someone I could settle down with, and hopefully one day that relationship leads to a hubby. That is so cute.
So on your Bumble account, that's what I understood.
Yeah, no, it is for good. This is for the dating app that I mentioned that I was struggling, like, to what to put as my bio, because I generally don't know. Like,
you should do that for a YouTube video. I saw that all over, where you should like screen record your phone, and then just as you're talking, like on a
have
microphone.
it on the side.
No, just have a microphone on you and just talk while you're fixing your bio. I think that would be so cool.
Thank you for that suggestion. I'm definitely gonna save that comment. So
Yeah,
when
you should like literally copy and paste it, because I feel like that.
That's
then maybe,
perfect.
because if you really think about it, somebody is probably in the same position as you, where they're like, oh well, I want something very serious now, like, and I want to settle down, like, and they're like, oh well, I wish they had it in their bio, and then you come along, and then you put on the glass slipper, and then you guys get married and have a big castle. But don't. I'm being serious, Irma. Please, for the love of God, don't date like a bum.
No, honey.
Once you find out that they're a bum,
it's out. It's out, honey.
Out.
And sometimes, like, damn well, I could be so like, so you need to slap me at that point.
No, dude, I don't need to slap you. You need to slap yourself. How did you allow yourself to let a bum into your life?
Snap into fucking reality, bitch. No, dude, it's crazy because I had that happen to me once and never again. And I feel like that's why I have such high standards now. So that's why it's such a struggle for me to find, like, trust in a good man, because they could just
manipulate
me, because sometimes I've mentioned it so many times, I'm gullible and I believe anything that comes out of their mouth. They could be saying, I work here, this and this and this and that, and I'll believe it.
No, I swear, I've seen that with Irma sometimes, where like people will be like, oh, I do this and that, and then later on she'll be like, oh, did you see that they were? I would be like, no, dude, they don't. They were just joking. Yeah. And she's like, oh, I didn't know they were joking. I was like, it's because Irma has a really hard time of like reading like
sarcasm.
Sarcasm. You don't know how to read sarcasm,
dude.
Yeah,
I'm Sheldon.
How are you like? I don't understand how that works. Like, how are you so blindsided with that? No, I swear, like a genuine question. Like,
no, yeah.
When I'm sarcastic, I'm very like when I'm sarcastic, I make it very known, But like, you still sometimes don't get it. I have to be like, friend, I'm being sarcastic, and she's like, oh,
okay.
Like, I don't understand.
Honestly, on my end, I just feel like everything that a person says comes out as the truth, and that's, I guess, a toxic trait that I have. I don't know.
Oh, maybe you shouldn't do that. So,
yeah,
like,
dude.
if when you were younger, and someone would have told you, oh, come, there's puppies here, you'd be like, oh yeah.
Yeah, well, come on, dude. My mom literally told me when I was little, when she would speak to me like in Chinese, but whenever she would go into my ear, she'll be like this. Like, that's all she'll do. And she'll tell me, like, yeah, mija, I speak Chinese. And I went throughout the whole school saying, like, my mom knows Chinese. And
oh my God. Now your mom's a hella liar.
So I think it started with that. And then after that, like, not even started with that.
What if she did speak Chinese and you just didn't know?
She did it because after I told her, like, I told the school and my friend, she's like, no, mija, no digas eso, no es de verdad. I was just kidding. And it was just
you probably are like, you probably were going to bring her to like your back to school presentation and be like, this is my mom and she knows Chinese.
Yeah, dude, literally whenever like I would tell them, they're like, oh yeah, when my mom comes, I could tell her to teach you, like all this shit, dude. Like, it was.
And now you've been like, oh, she can translate. Oh my God,
It was
dude.
so-
You like to
dude.
talk a lot about a lot of other people.
I know, huh? I'm a
just
little gossip girl. No, but dude, it was just so funny because like I've just always been a gullible girl like that, and it's because my parents used to always trick me. I guess I don't know. Was that it?
Maybe you just believed it. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know, but
Maybe.
World of Irma. Now going on to the next comment. This is from at ghostly scene PY2LJ. Irma, start listening to audiobooks while you read. Will definitely help with concentrating and comprehending what you're reading. Will 100% help with exercising your brain. Ooh, you know what? I used to listen to an audiobook, but sometimes like when I'm listening to it, like I get so distracted that I forget what the fuck it's saying and I have to replay it back. So like literally I have to probably have the book with me and having my headphones on.
I think that's what they're
and
saying.
doing
It's like that's what they're like. As you're reading the book, have the audio book as well, so you're fully not distracted. You know what I mean?
That makes sense. Okay, sorry, I misread your comment.
But I think
that
that's
would
actually
help,
pretty cool. I
for
think that would help
sure.
a lot because I've always done like I'd read a book, but I've never actually read it out loud. And I've always read it in my mind, and sometimes I get a little confused, but then I have to reread it again.
Yeah.
And I just kind of just don't think of it as like torture. I'm like, oh, I have to read it again.
No, it's more like
you
a
know,
peaceful
like,
thing.
Yeah,
like, you know?
okay, I'm trying to understand it. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
And it
I
kinda-
feel like in school they make you feel bad for being like, oh, well, if you don't know how to read it once, then you don't know how to read it at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's if you well, I mean, I remember the phrase them saying like if you don't remember seeing it like once, do it twice, and then 3 times, and then 4 times, and then 5 times, and just give up. I'm just kidding. No, but I remember like back in elementary, that's how it used to be. Remember, we would have those like we would have the reading time, but as a class, but they would play the tapes on the stereos.
Oh,
Do you remember
yeah.
that? I feel like that's the only way that I was able to remember. So for sure, really good suggestion because I kind of miss that. I miss being a kid, man. Am I have to relive my kid days? Is that what I
no,
got
it's
to
just
do?
kind of implementing the stuff that you probably did like to concentrate on and you just didn't remember.
True.
You
That's
know,
true.
because there's times where I just kind of sit in there and I'm like, wait, I know how to do this. Nada más me hago pendejo. Like,
Yeah.
you know? Like,
That
I
could
just
be it.
forget. So, yeah, it's reasonable. I understand. Okay, this is the last comment coming from Jessica M2960. Every time Irma talks about her sex life or her own private parts, Danny looks disgusted. But when Danny habla de lo mismo and his sex life, Irma hypes him up. Well, let me tell you something. I am not straight. I don't like punani. I don't like show me a picture of your punani or just a generic punani. I do
Dude,
not.
no.
I will throw up, gag. So like just thinking about my friend having sex, I just think about her roast beef.
Not the roast beef.
It just grosses me out. Like, I don't know. Like, I know for a fact. I feel like from when I was really young, I've always known that I don't like vagina.
You
like,
don't.
I feel like even just boobs alone, like, girl, like, I like man titties. Like, you know, like, I like big, juggy man titties. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, girl titties are different. I feel like son pelotas. You know
They're
what I mean? Like, I can go,
melons.
pa, pa, pa,
No, and
pa.
that's
You know what I mean? Like, don't you do that? If I was a girl, I would do that. I would have so much fun with my boobies. I would be like,
Yeah,
pa, pa,
no,
pa,
it's
pa.
that or I either just go like this. It's so fun.
Oh my God. Yeah,
And you
last
know
time I
what?
thought that was weird, but
Really? No.
you told me that you were like using it for masturbation.
Not for masturbation. It was just
Just
more
kidding.
for fun. Maybe half masturbation.
I'm just kidding.
No,
No.
but I will agree. Like he's never liked it. Like each time I've even talked about it,
It's not my cup of
it's
tea.
not his cup of tea, and there's nothing
And like
wrong
even
with
with
that.
even with like our other friends that are as well straight.
Yeah.
I low key just need to have a lot more gay friends because I'm so tired of listening to about vagina stories. Like I need to hear like something that's like crazy. You know?
Yeah, no, honestly,
Like I
because
need to
each-
relate because I
need
can't relate
something.
with vagina. You know, so like what I'm trying to say more is like I'm even outside of this podcast, I'm very much like that. Like when
Yeah.
Alan and Annette and like all of us nos juntamos, sometimes pues Annette los dice sus chismes about
Yeah.
her sex life y pues I don't really listen to it. Like I'm not really interested in it. It's not because soy un mamón or I just don't want to
No,
listen to it. It's
you're
just
not, ugh,
like
you
me
don't,
da
you'd rather not.
icky, very icky vibes.
No. And honestly, for me, I'm more of like a, I don't give a fuck. Like, I've already
Well,
had
you
a
like
threesome.
dick, so like
I
to
like
you,
dick. Sometimes, punanis aren't everybody's cup of teas, and sometimes pitos aren't everybody's cup of teas, and that's okay. And there's nothing wrong with it, and I respect that.
and plus
so.
Irma just likes like the sex in general. Like she
Yeah.
just likes to hear it.
I really
She likes to
do.
watch it. She likes to be in it. Like honestly, like sometimes I don't even understand why Irma hasn't even done like OnlyFans. Like she's down to like do all that.
I am, but it's just like, you know how it is. Like, people be leaking shit, and people just like don't know how to respect like people's work. I get like, yeah, people's work and stuff, and people just like to,
Hate on it?
hate on it, and try to make a humiliation out of you for it, which shouldn't matter, because obviously it's me, and like
I feel like that's what makes you money.
and honestly, it really does.
It sucks to say, but like even if it is like a humiliation, like they're still like spreading you everywhere. You know
And
what I mean?
I'm
And
not
that's
saying-
like maybe they're gonna be like, oh my god, like I love that, like, and I
Yeah.
want to go subscribe. Like that's free advertisement.
Exactly. And that's the thing. I'm not saying that I feel humiliated or anything, because I wouldn't mind it. Like, I'm gonna admit I've done it on the private low without anybody knowing it, and you know this about it. And like, it was going well. Like, shit. Like, not gonna lie, it wasn't like I see crazy, but it was going
She was
good.
getting some traction.
Yeah, I was
she
really
was
getting
traffic.
I'm not gonna lie, I was getting a little traffic until like eventually I stopped, because like, I don't know, I just lost that momentum and the groove and like the confidence, because it really is a lot with that. But I feel like I'm getting back to that rhythm, and like, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't want to see Irma's punani.
Hey, but you have offered to help me though.
No.
Not like that. Not like that. Not like that. Not like that.
No, I don't even want to film you. I'll take pictures, but
just like of my.
okay, just your breast.
Yeah, that's
No-
what he's
no
able to
holes,
handle.
please.
He's able to handle at least boobies, because like.
I don't
know
know
if it's bad
boobies
to
are
say,
funny.
but like, you've seen my nudes, and I show you like, hey, is this cute? Is this hot? Like,
Yeah,
you
to
know?
like make sure she looks sexy
make sure
for
it
other
looks
men.
good and stuff. And like, I have no shame with showing my friend, because the fuck, that's my bestie. The fuck.
Yeah,
So like, honestly, like, there's just, it doesn't really matter. I don't know. It's fine.
But yeah, you guys, enough of this talk porque ya tengo mucha sed. I'm like hella like thirsty. So let's
too.
jump right into Sip of the Week. Now for this week, we have algo muy diferente.
Muy delicioso.
It's not something that we would regularly do, but I was like, you know what, Irma? It's Sip of the Week. We can try absolutely anything. It doesn't even matter. And I'm sure a lot of you Latinos have a lot of speculation about this because, my agua fresca. I love agua fresca.
Agua fresca is bomb as fuck.
And I feel like if I don't like a certain restaurant's agua fresca, I will not try it again.
No.
So hopefully this Minute Maid agua fresca doesn't disappoint.
It doesn't. What
I
flavor?
ended up getting the flavor strawberry.
And I ended up getting my favorite flavor of agua fresca, hibiscus. And Danny was the one that actually chose us out in the store, because we were like trying to decide what we should drink. I was like, should we do alcohol? But we're trying to avoid that. So I don't know, coffee too late. So I think this was actually a perfect choice that you did choose.
And not only that, it does have a lot of sugars. I'm not gonna lie, it does have a lot of sugars. And it's 90 calories, but a lot of sugars. But let's go ahead and shake it before we open it.
Shake, shake,
Because
shake.
what if the sugar's all the way in the
Shake her
bottom?
up. No, usually that's what it is, because they're sitting for a while and stuff. So always gotta make sure that you shake it. They end up popping on us.
But it
No,
says right here,
no,
shake.
It's not.
It says
but-
shake before you drink.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right.
You're getting paranoid now? You open it first.
Oh, okay.
Okay, was it a lot?
It was a little bit. I'm gonna have to try it.
Fuck. Okay, that wasn't a good idea to shake it too much.
This is
guys.
actually really good.
Really.
Oh, this is giving like agua fresca like from like Arizona.
So we could probably do this like for our family functions if we don't want to make our own frescas. Oh wow. Okay. I will say it's not exactly like Jamaica, pero le da like a tiny flavor of it, and I'm not hating it. It's actually pretty good.
Personally, Minute Maid, te la rifaste. This is so delicious. And this is not sponsored, y'all. Like, tan delicioso. Like, I actually really enjoy this.
It's
like,
really good.
with some ice and some tequila.
I was just about to say, if you throw some tequila in here, like, this shit would be fire. Do you want to try hibiscus? Or you're
No,
not a
no,
fan
I
of
don't like hibiscus.
You know what's crazy? He doesn't like hibiscus, and I love Jamaica.
I don't know.
And also, Jamaica is actually really good for detoxing and losing weight.
Really? Maybe I need to get into that gig.
You should, but with no azúcar. No le agregan azúcar, si no, there's no point. How about how I've been trying to quit on smoking nicotine? Dun, dun, dun.
No way, Jose.
You smoke nicotine?
Ew.
That's disgusting.
Well, you know what, Irma? Something that kind of like reminded me about something. Do you guys think that I smoke nicotine? And the only reason why I ask is because Alan and I put this thought in my head yesterday that because I promote nicotine, it makes me look like I smoke nicotine.
Oh.
And you know what? That's low-key true. Because, but you know what? I promote nicotine to be like safe. If you guys follow me on Instagram at Call Me Danny, I had promoted the Geek Bar, but I didn't promote it smoking it. I promoted it to be safe. Like, you got to scratch the QR code, make sure it's a verified from a verified seller. And if it's not, please report it.
Yeah.
You know, type of vibe. But I just don't want you to all think that I like nicotine as Shay does.
I'm the one. I'm the Nick addict. No, but you will. Oh, I don't know if you want me to throw you under the bus like that.
That
but
I give it to you?
That you used to smoke cigarettes when you
No,
were...
I've said it before that I've smoked
Okay,
cigarettes.
yeah.
Even when I was on my emo phase, like I would smoke cigarettes.
But when he gets like the promotions like that or sponsors like that, he doesn't smoke them at all. He gave me the first set when he got it, and then the second set he gave it to Ashley because at the end of the day, like, you know, I mean, he's trying to help me to stop too. I'm not gonna lie. Like, también it's getting a little too out of hand because you have to admit, friend, like, whenever I would get one, it wouldn't last me a week. It would be lasting me like only probably... Actually, it would last me at least a week and a half.
Like 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days. It's actually the first day and I'm done. No, but they would last me a good while because I feel like I've been trying to do better with not hitting it as often because I'm so used to hitting it every morning. Once I wake up, where is it? Let me hit that. Like, it was so bad. I was just so used to having something in my hand to smoke. And obviously, since I stopped trying to buy wax pens and I don't have anything else, the Nick pens have just been like my...
Like calling your name.
No, it has. Like, literally the other day, dude, I was driving by the office and I was like, oh my God, should I get one? Should I get one? Should I get one? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, I was literally just fiending, girl. Like, I was going like crazy. And if you guys understand me, like, you guys get it, right? Or am I just going crazy?
Or is it just me?
Or am I just addictive? It's an addictive personality. But I was just like, nope, just pass by the stoplight and you're fine. Just pass it, just pass it. And I passed it. And I will say I'm really proud of myself because last minute, usually I'm like, let me get into the fucking store. But it's been so hard, guys, because usually I like to have one whenever, like, I'm out with my friends, I'm out drinking. But also to give you guys a little, like, history about my little nicotine era. Unfortunately, I started smoking when I was senior in high school. And it was due to an influence through a friend that I had at the time. And they introduced me to nicotine gum. And I was loving it. I had it every period. Like, I would buy my packs. Like, it was really, really bad. I don't know if you remember in English class, I would be just
honestly
sitting down.
That's gross already. I just don't even want to talk to you. I feel like anything about that personally, like me, I'm sorry, friend, that's
gross. It is gross. No, it is gross. Not gonna lie, because eventually it switched off to me getting cigarettes because the liquor store from the across the school that I went to would sell them to the kids, and they didn't ID for shit. So even when I turned 18, that's when they raised the legal age.
I remember.
Yes, that was... and my birthday gift was going to be like, oh my God, I get to buy my first pack of 6, like if I was 18, like, but I was always able to buy them. And I was just so happy. And now when they were like, oh, just kidding, I was like,
you
what the fuck? Now I can't go anywhere. I have to go to this specific spot just to get them. But obviously, you know, it ended up being a consistent thing that I would get them. I would get my Camel Crush, my babies, so fucking bomb, until eventually I got very tired of it. No, I didn't. I actually ended up getting, you remember those big battery ones?
Oh my
I would
God.
get those and I would be like
You're all Miss Natalie Nunn.
Dude, I would be pulling a Natalie Nunn with those shits, dude. And the thing is with me, like, I didn't really learn how to take care of them good. So my cotton would burn out pretty quickly. So I would always have to change out the cotton, or if anything, I would have to try to find a new piece for the top part.
That's a dedication.
No, dude, it was addictive. And eventually I was like, okay, I'm tired of carrying this whole shit around. Like, it's literally like a heavy fucking like battery, dude. And so I continued on with fucking cigarettes, because also vape pens like that, the flavored ones that are on now, weren't as popular as before. I don't remember seeing those. That's why there would always be the big batteried ones. And so eventually, you know, I went back to cigarettes. And, you know, obviously I live with my family, I live with my parents, and when I would come back home, especially after work, you know, even though you smoke outside of your car, you hide your hair, you put on a sweater, you still smell like cigarettes.
Yeah.
And that's the only downfall that I really did hate about it. But it's just like the wanting to smoke, because no joke, during that time when I went back to cigarettes, dude, during my 15-minute break, me echaba dos o tres. Yeah, each time. And then after or before, when I would clock in, it would be like 6 o'clock in the morning that I would clock in, and I would be there like at 5:30 because my dad would have to drop me off earlier so I could get to work, because I didn't have a car at the time. I would be chingándome like at least like 2 or 3 before I go in and everything, dude. Like, it was really, really bad, until eventually I was like, no, I can't do this, because first of all, there was evidence on my car that I would ash it out my window. And my mom would be like, Mija, ¿qué es all this ash? And I was just like, what the fuck do I say? Like, you know?
I got caught.
Yeah, but in the same time, like, I'm pretty sure I'd rather let them know that it was nicotine than weed. Because if it was weed, they'd be like, they still are kind of, you know, my mom's like, you know, but it was kind of like a little wake up call of like, okay, like, I kind of need to tone it down a little bit, because this evidence is getting a little too out of hand now. I can't control it no more. And so eventually I did stop soaking. Well, not really. I would intertwine with nicotine vape pens when now they were starting to get popular, because I remember starting off with flumes. That's what I could remember. I'm pretty sure there was more beforehand, but I remembered flumes being like the shit. And slowly, eventually, I just started not buying cigarettes at the same time anymore, and I just stick with vape pens. So just imagine, I've been literally smoking since senior year.
Your
That's 20.
are probably fucking black
Dude,
as fuck.
bad. And it's been like 2016, 15 till now. That's almost 9 years, guys. And I've toned it down for sure. I'm not gonna lie. There was a moment where I was very scared, because it would get to the point where I would wake up and escupaba brown. Ugh, dude, it even grosses me out just even thinking about it, because I really went through that. Like, what the fuck? Ew. Like, ew. Like, what the fuck? Ew. And so I'm happy that my teeth didn't turn like gross yellow. I will say they look a little, they're not like yellow, huh?
No, they're actually not.
Oh, good. Thank you. But like, that was always my fear also, of like my teeth rotting, because obviously I did take dental classes in high school, and like, you know, I just knew the consequences. So eventually I just stopped smoking cigarettes, and I started sticking with the flavored vape pens, and those became more addictive, because it's like I could hit it wherever the fuck I want.
Yeah, those are bomb.
And
I just can't. I feel like nicotine in general, like if it starts hurting my throat instantly, I know it's bad. I know it's bad for me. Like, and I should not be doing this, you know?
Sometimes I would be getting that, and sometimes I wouldn't give a fuck, dude. I would just continue fucking be smoking that shit, dude. I didn't give a fuck. I was such a little fiend like that. Like, it was so horrible. But now I feel like I've gotten it more in control, but not buying one. Because I've even told myself at the beginning of this year I wasn't going to buy one anymore, and I did end up buying one like 2 weeks after. But like, I feel like I've only bought in throughout the whole year probably like 5.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Which is not that bad, because since January, February, March, April,
and they're
May,
hella
June, July.
Expensive.
Yeah, they're so expensive, dude. $25, $30 for one.
Yeah.
A pack of cigarettes is like 12. So like, girl,
no, they're hella expensive now.
What am I gonna choose? To smell disgusting?
And now
for
they
cheap,
have like games and like touch screen,
and they have like a whole bling one. Like, when you suck it, it's all stars and everything. And like, that one has been tempting me so hard to like get it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, see, like, that's really bad for you. Like,
it's marketing,
that's
dude.
Literally marketing. Like, if I'd looked at that as like a child, I would definitely be like, I want 3.
Fuck yeah, girl. That's why all the kids in middle school now, I'm pretty sure, all hear like You know, like, it's so sad.
I wonder
but,
how
like,
they get them, huh? Like,
just
if I was in
always-
that era and like my mom was like smoking like those pens, I'd for sure steal it from her.
Oh, for sure. She lost it and then she'd go crazy.
She lost it.
No, dude.
You
like,
gotta buy another one.
and when
sorry.
I would lose one, dude, I would go crazy.
Yeah, dude, I remember that on vacation, or if Irma did not have her Nick pen, she would have the worst time in the world.
Sadly. I literally had to have one when it was like, when I was drunk as fuck or when I'm just out, because it's like,
It's a vibe.
I don't know.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Natalie Nunn. Hey, but you gotta admit, remember that one time that we were in Vegas and like we had a pack of cigarettes and we were just like
Shut up. No, dude, but how about how we're actually going on vacation again?
Oh my god.
Well, me again because I just came back. But
Yeah.
you is your first vacation of summer.
Literally first vacation, I think, in the whole year. Because where have we gone this year so far? I don't remember going anywhere this year.
Low key, dude, this year already flew by me, girl.
No, it really did.
I don't remember much.
But I will say, no me castigan. You guys are going to be like, Irma, what the heck? I thought you were saving money.
Oh, yeah,
I thought you were going to be not going on trips or anything. Well, Alan made it very eco-friendly for us, and I appreciated him so much. So I am good on that end. So thank you very much.
Yeah, and we're going to Lake Havasu, Nevada or Arizona. No me recuerdo. But this is going to be the second year that Irma comes with us on my family trip. Normally it's just Alan, but this time around it's Irma again. And I feel like Irma always has so much fun with my family. Like, we know how to turn the fuck up.
No,
and I feel like we're all just kind of like alcoholics. Oh my God.
Whoa, that's it.
But we really are just very much like alcoholics. We all know that we all want to have a good time.
Yeah.
So like we know how to have a good time, all of us, even with my parents and like everything.
No, honestly, it's always a good time. And honestly, I'm always very like, I get not shocked, but like, oh, like, really? You guys want me there? Me being pick me. But like, because I'm like, oh, like, I would imagine you guys wanted to just have a family trip with your guys' self. But a mí me siento bien, like, orgulloso que me quieren estar allí. And like, I really do have a good time with you guys and your family. Like, it's just so much fun. I've honestly, the last year that when we went was probably like my favorite vacation that I have ever gone to. Ever. Well, actually...
Well, what is
2.
your favorite?
You know what? It's either that one or when we went, me, you, Alan, and Ashley. And I think we were when we were by ourselves for a moment. Remember?
When we went to Laughlin?
I think so.
And we had like our little pobrecito tent, and then we went to go do the shrooms on top of the thing.
That was also, actually, that was probably my favorite. And then second would be last year when we went to Lake Havasu with your family.
Well, you know what? One was my favorite one of all, and this one just came up as a memory, was when you, me, Ashley, Alan, and Annette went to Vegas.
Oh my God, I totally forgot about that.
I was remembering that because there was a top that Irma had that was like a U shape, and I feel like you still have it.
I do.
And she was like shaking her titties, and like it kept falling out.
I was on stage for the Vinny show.
Oh yeah,
you guys, dude. That was iconic.
That was one of my most favorite Vegas trips ever. Like it was just so much fun. I feel like that was just like a core memory of mine. I don't know. I just feel like I remember that one a lot. And of course, one with my family. All of my family trips have always been like my favorite. Like I try my best not to like think anything negative while I'm in vacations. That helps me have a core memory for all of my family trips. I feel like every trip has been such a different trip, even though it's like the same location. It's something different always happens.
Exactly. No, honestly. So I am really looking forward to this. I will for sure not be spending hella money, so no se preocupen,
the good thing, it's just in the river. It's just really river, and it's right in the front. Everyone's gonna bring homemade food, so like no va a ser tanto de gastadero where you're going outside, you know?
Exactly. So just don't come at me and hate me, please. I'm already knowing and expecting it, to be honest. No, I'm being serious, guys. Don't come at me. Just go easy on me. My mental health is shit.
Well, not just Alan. Me and Alan try to make it as like eco-friendly as possible for Irma and Ashley as well. So we try to like tweak me and Alan like little things around so that we can have Irma and Ashley as well.
Because at first I really wasn't gonna go. I generally wasn't thinking of going at all, and I even told you guys like, hey, like, you know, I really can't. And I guess, is that what made you guys want to make it cheaper? Or like, why? Like,
well, it was already cheap already. So like, if you were gonna come with us, I was like, all right, well, it's gonna be even cheaper. So like, that's why we were like, well, let's bring Irma along, so like it could be cheaper.
That makes sense.
And like, it was gonna be cheap for you too. Like, I wouldn't have asked Irma if it wasn't gonna be cheap.
Yeah, because so I'm pretty sure, like, because there's places where you go and it's like, not you specifically, but I'm talking in general, that like a hotel like Vegas, that shit's like $700.
Yeah, and then it's like $250
like,
each.
Girl,
Yeah,
bye. Like, nah, it's just a hotel. With this trip, genuinely, like the max that we're probably gonna spend each is like $150.
Yeah,
literally with food and drinks and with the hotel. So I mean,
because we're not staying there long either.
Exactly, so. It's only for the 3-day weekend. So very excited, can't wait for that.
But low-key, I'm actually a little excited to leave California because how there has been a lot of earthquakes.
Oh my god, dude, it's been so bad.
Nah, dude, and I'm gonna tell you guys something. I have a really big fear of earthquakes. I feel like más like natural disasters. When I was very chiquito vibes, I would love to go on YouTube. Well, not love, but I don't know.
It was an interest.
Maybe it was like I like fear of it because I like scary movies. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to say is like I would like to go on YouTube and I would like to look up natural disasters like tsunamis and like big tornadoes and like just crazy ass earthquakes, hurricanes, like the after effects, the news. I would love, and still till now, like I love to read about the Weather Channel and stuff like that. It's like, I don't know, it's just very interesting to me. I would never be caught dead. Like, like even when I found out about the hurricanes that were happening in Florida, I was hella scared. Like when they stopped the rides at Volcano Bay and there was like a mini hurricane, I was like, oh fuck, like we should probably just go back to the hotel already. But I was like, you know, I was thinking out, like, what if we die? What if I fly like the cow and never see myself again? You know, like it's just, I have a lot of fear of natural disasters. Even when I was younger, I don't know if you remember, but that really big earthquake that we had here in California.
Bro, I remember 2 of them that are a core memory, but what did you remember?
One of them that I do remember, I believe it was like a 7.6. At the time, I was still living in Anaheim, and this was actually our first ever apartment, solos, just me, my mom, and Ashley. And the reason why we got the apartment was because of my mom's friend at the time owned a couple of apartments, and he gave it to us for like really cheap. He was trying to help us out. So that's why we had the apartment. But what I'm getting to is like my mom and that friend were really close friends, that he would like to take us out to dinner or like to breakfast, and we would like to hang out with him a lot. I loved hanging out with him. Like he felt like a grandpa, not gonna lie. Like he was really kind to us. He always asked about us. Like it was really good. And my mom would also help him out with like translating, because a lot of his apartments had a lot of Latinos that didn't know how to speak Spanish. So my mom would go out to help him with translation. And I feel like that's why he also liked to take us out to dinner, because he was like, oh, pues, she's helping. Me está ayudando. Let me help her. Like they were los amigos where it's like, oh, let me help you where I'm not done helping you. Let me help you now. Let me help you. Like it was a very helping friendship.
Yeah.
And what I'm going with this is that when we were going to breakfast at one time at the Denny's that was in Anaheim, we were just kind of like eating breakfast and like, you know, having a good time. And dude, the earthquake just fucking happens like, and the first thing that I do, because I got taught this in school, was duck and cover, girl. Like go under the fucking table and, you know, just wait it out.
Yeah.
Well, I ducked and my mom pulls me up. I'm like, girl, I'm trying to stay safe. I'm like, calm down, you know? And I was hella fucking scared, and Ashley was there with us, but she was so little que no sabía qué estaba pasando. So then we ended up going back home.
Wait, so your mom pulled you out to just sit in the chair, or you guys leave that restaurant?
No, she just pulled me up to like watch everything. I just feel like my mom tampoco no sabía qué hacer, ¿sí me entiendes? So when we got out of Denny's, we went back to the apartment and we opened the garage and we just see all of our stuff falling. And we went upstairs, we could just see all the glass on the floor and everything.
Shit.
I got hella scared. I was like, thank God that I wasn't at home, because I feel like if I was at the house, I would have felt it a lot more. I feel like restaurants are made for earthquakes here in California.
Yeah.
Porque pues, imagínate you have an earthquake y todo se te cae. You know, you're in public, you know. But
and especially since you guys were living on the second floor.
and we did get a free meal though.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. No, I remember 2 major earthquakes. This was for sure during the summer, and I was probably like in 2nd or 3rd grade. But I remember a huge earthquake happened. It was like the whole house shook and everything. I don't remember what I was doing, just because I was like really little. Like generally, I think I was just like, I don't know, watching TV or coloring or something. I don't know. And when it happened, dude, my dad was in the living room sitting down on the couch. Dude, me and my siblings booked it to my dad, dude. And we were just hugging him like, "Pa, kiss him." Like we were like panicking so hard. And he was like, yeah, it's okay. Cálmense. Like, it's fine. Like nothing happened. And then he turned on the news and they were just like, oh, earthquake happened or whatever, you know? And that was like a first memory that I happened. The second memory that I have was when I was in 6th or 7th grade. I don't know if you remember a after school program called Goals.
No.
So there was this program called Goals. You just hang out with other kids. You do activities. And this activity, what we were doing was we were watching a movie in the auditorium that they had there. And it was not even an auditorium. It was just like, you know, just a community center vibes. Mm-hmm. We were just sitting there and everything, dude. And then all of a sudden, everything shook in that auditorium, dude. It was so bad. All the kids were like, oh shit, all screaming and everything. And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? Am I gonna die here? Like, what the fuck? I was just expecting like fixtures to fall from the ceiling, dude. Like, that was just like something that I was fearing that it wouldn't happen. And everybody ducked under because, you know, we're all kids. We all know the drill. Because obviously here in Cali, we do earthquake drills. And dude, like after that, I was just like so traumatized. I'm like, oh my God, I don't even want to leave the house anymore. Like, I just want to go home. Like, take me home right now. And after, like, everybody just acted like if it was nothing, like it was normal. But I'm here all traumatized, like, can I go home, please? Like, I don't want to be here, please. I want to go with my daddy and my mommy. But yeah, dude, it was just so scary. I don't know. Earthquakes are just so unpredictable that anything could just happen, and you can never
really,
like, you never know when it's gonna hit,
and you don't know what to do,
even though
especially because we live here in California.
Exactly. Yeah, like, yes, we're used to mini earthquakes like the ones that's been going on right now, but like, even though we've lived here our whole life, like, it never gets old, honestly. Yeah. It really doesn't. Like, it's always something new, a different feel. Like, the other day, I was in the living room of their house while they went to the gym, and I was sitting on the couch with the dogs, and literally, like, it was just jolting like this. Yeah. So slowly, and I was just waiting for it to go like, das! You know, but I guess that one was the aftershock, and like it didn't happen, like no intense jolt or anything. But I was just like, oh my God, dude, like it's just been so scary that how they've been just happening more frequently. But you did mention the other day that during the summer it does happen more earthquakes.
Yeah,
but
tend to have
I feel like earthquakes each year just getting more and more and more. Like that's just how I've been feeling. I don't know.
Personally, I haven't tracked the earthquakes or anything like that. Like, I don't know. I just hopefully that these earthquakes stop, because I'm done.
I'm tired of this.
Done with these earthquakes. I don't like earthquakes. Those are too scary for me. No, I should just move out of here. Like, I feel like the most safest place to go to is like Oregon. But like, if you go to Oregon, like, you're not safe because LGBT no good over there, no?
Oh, I didn't know about that.
I don't know. I feel like,
but I mean, it's a lot of forests and like murders, maybe too.
I don't know. That's scary. I just feel like earthquakes alone are scary.
They are. But enough of the earthquake talk, because we're just done with earthquakes. I don't want to deal with them anymore. How about how the Olympics literally just ended?
Nah, dude. And I just found out so much information about the Olympics because I'm not really that interested in like sports and stuff like that. So the Olympics are kind of just like, tell me who's performing, and like that's all I care about. Like, I know this year Lady Gaga did open up the Olympics, which is iconic. You guys already know how much I love my Lady Gaga. Mm-hmm. Like, she was so beautiful. The only thing, it wasn't live. It was pre-filmed and it was shown around to like the people in France. But overall, I feel like the performance was so beautiful. Like, she looked beautiful. Her voice was so beautiful. And did you know I don't know if you knew this, but Celine Dion also was practicing so much and sneaking that she was going to perform at the Olympics. And she hasn't been able to sing for so long because of her, what's the thing that she has?
I don't know what she has, but I'm guess like her body's getting like frozen, no?
I don't know, but
I'm
also something about that she can't sing either.
No, I heard about that too, but I don't know if it's because of the condition that she has. It's preventing her from being able to sing, but that's so sad because she does have a beautiful voice.
She does have a beautiful voice, and she was preparing for a very long time, and for sure, I feel like this performance was so beautiful. This one's gonna go down in history, in pop record history. Like, I swear to you, like, she is such an icon. Like, I would love to see and hear Celine Dion. Like, I might not know a lot of her music,
Me neither.
but just the voice is something that I just want to go hear.
The passion that she has. Like, she really does love music.
And now that the Olympics are over, if you guys don't know, the Olympics are also 20 days.
I didn't know that.
20 days is a long time.
Low-key, that is a long time. Honestly, like, there's just so many sports that, like, I don't know. Is it like each day a different sport, or like
I think that's how it is. But you know what? There's also like weird ass sports that you don't know sports are sports. You know, like I saw that there was this one where you just kind of hold it and you're like skating at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
And like you push it, I guess, to get it to the triangle thingy, right?
Yeah, o algo así. Or the brooming one too, and skates.
Yeah, that I don't get. Also
the dancing in the pool. That's another sport.
Synchronized swimming. I think that's what it's called. That's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know how the fuck they have the energy for that, and to be able to hold your breath while doing all of that. Girl, bye. Like, I am not gonna be able to. Like, I could never. But I'm surprised. Is football on there? Is that considered like an Olympic thingy? Like, that's the thing I'm confused about. For sure, volleyball was in there.
Yeah.
For sure, volleyball.
Soccer's in it.
Soccer, tennis.
Oh, and it just happened not too long ago.
What?
I think 2 years ago, skating just got added.
Oh, shit. No way. That's crazy because low-key, like, skating is a pretty intense sport, and I wouldn't mind seeing that. Like, I'm actually surprised that skating was on there. But another thing also that I did not know, I don't know if they just added this year, or I don't know if it's still a joke, but break dancing is also included in the Olympics.
Wait, really?
Yeah. And, like, I know this because I'm pretty sure you guys have seen online everywhere that the team for Australia for breakdancing, the girl name, I don't know, her name starts with an R, but she did a breakdancing routine, and girl, like, it was just like if she was mocking the dances. Like, she literally was just doing whatever's, dude. Like, if she literally
like, she look crazy?
You know, literally she would go like this, like on the floor, and she even did this, like as a kangaroo, dude. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's still a joke and it's just like whatever's, but supposedly, like, it's literally like she literally just thought it was breakdancing. But I'm just confused about all these sports. For it to go on for 20 days, like, honestly,
that's a long time.
That's a long time, and people really do go crazy for these Olympics.
Well,
girl.
you know what? The people that are not going crazy for the Olympics are the actual countries that have to host the Olympics. Because if you guys haven't seen all the drama that's going on with the Olympics about how they're giving them styrofoam beds, there's some Olympic athletes that are sleeping in parks because of it. And then not only that other countries don't want to host the Olympics because it's too expensive, and that tourism just doesn't cut it anymore. So I feel like the Olympics are about to get canceled.
I don't know. The Olympics, I just hope they don't come here in LA, because, bitch, it's not just going to be LA affected. It's going to be OC, because everybody's just going to want to stay here instead. I'm not willing for that, and I'm not down for that, because
you're like, don't come to my city.
Go to Las Vegas. That's good. Bitch, no, dude. Honestly, like, some people spend hella money for these tickets, too, dude. Like, just imagine the Super Bowl. People be spending hella money for these.
Because it's 20 days. People have to take a long time out of work, imagine.
Exactly. And it's every 4 years that happens, too. And I'm actually surprised, like, how does that even run down? Like, do they just, like, I don't know. Is it like a tournament thing that they have to start all over again? Or, like,
maybe.
What's going on with that? But I don't know. I don't get the Olympics.
Anyways, enough about the Olympics, because I don't know a lot of information about it. I've never even seen the Olympics. So let's talk about back to school, because back to school is back to school.
I'm just shocked that it's already back to school because I feel like it just went by really, really quick. These vacations for the summer for the kids have been going a lot shorter, which I actually kind of don't mind because the stores aren't that busy during the day. But
you know what? I feel like this time around, the only reason why it felt so much shorter, and I just started analyzing the other day because I was like, oh my God, I haven't spent time with my Noah. Like normally during the summer, I take him out like a long time, but unfortunately, you know, Alan's grandpa did pass away, so it was
hard.
It's been still hard, you know, especially because of Alan's grandma has been coming. And I really do cherish and love and take care of Alan's family like if they're my own. So it does take a lot more toll on me. I know that Alan likes to put up a front and like likes to hide away in his laptop and like edit and stuff like that. But I don't like to like hide my emotions, and I also don't want to overwork myself with that because then I'll get overwhelmed. And
it's not good for
you know, some people just like me, I can't deal with that. So I do take a lot of the emotion that he doesn't take like on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it does take a lot to just come back from all of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But anyways, for all of my parents out there, I know you're hella excited that your children are going back to school. I don't know. If I had a kid, I wouldn't like my kid going back to school.
I've been seeing a lot of videos of like mommies taking their kids to school, and I'm saying like the mommies that it's like their first time taking their kids to like preschool or to kindergarten, because just imagine these are actually the generation of kids that were COVID babies.
Oh, yeah.
These are COVID babies going to school and actually socializing and everything. So just imagine, like, they're not used to being out there like that ever since they were young. So I'm pretty sure, like, it might be a little hard for them to make friends and stuff, but hopefully they could relate and, like, get connections with everybody and each other to, like, relate what happened during that time. Not even during that time, like, if they're going to remember, but just, like, they could probably relate of how they're feeling and stuff. And it just, I don't know, me da cosita.
I feel like back to school, like, for that little scenario, even just like if I had a kid myself, I think about it like es algo que no puedes controlar, especially when you know you're sending your kid out to the world. You don't know about bullies. You don't know how people raise their kids. And I don't know. I'm a big, like, Papa Bear vibes. Like, that's why I feel like also I don't want to have a kid because me da tanto miedo de lo que la gente le va a hacer.
No,
Y yo como, like, I don't know how to defend that, you know?
Like,
I don't want to defend it with violence because that's teaching my kid violence.
Right.
I also don't want to confront it because it's confrontation, you know? But I also want to defend my child because it's my child. Exactly. So going back to school is something so hard. I feel like it's so hard for a lot of parents. Me da tanto miedo for you guys. Like, I don't know how y'all do it. I promise y'all, like, how do y'all let your kid walk down those halls and just turn? I'd fucking grab them and be like, let's go home. I'll homeschool you.
Literally, I was just about to say, I'm like, I'm just gonna homeschool my kids. But no, dude, honestly, I feel like back to school is always like an amazing time once you get older, for sure.
Yeah,
like when you get into middle school
and you start like liking your gustos of like clothes and stuff like that, and you start noticing and stuff. I remember very specifically when I started liking how to dress, and I like clothes and I like fashion. I like to get ready, you know. I noticed that at a very young age, maybe like 4th grade, maybe 3rd grade even. And I would always, I know, this is probably like, oh, Donnie, so materialistic. I had to have new clothes for school.
No.
All the time. Like, I love having my new clothes to school. And I would always like to, like, wash them the night before, and I would set it up on my bed, and I would always have all my shampoos ready, and like just having those nerves the first day of school porque no sabes con quién te vas a juntar. I was also a very type of person que like every new school year era a new me. So like because a lot of people fucked me over, like I just didn't want to go back to that. So like I would always change my phone number. I would always like to not hang out with the same people. I would always like to get to know new people or gente que no, I would be like, oh, I never socialized with you. Pues I'm gonna socialize with you this time, you know. But back to school, well, even when we were in high school, if you remember, having our schedules
was
such a bitch.
Deal.
Did you like to like go a day before to see where your classes were?
I never did that. During that first day when I saw my classes and everything, I was just like, fuck, like why did I get choir? Like,
Well, you never chose your classes, or you were just let them go?
I did choose them, but I think I chose them like too last minute. That's why like I got choir. But I think I ended up changing it to ceramics after.
Well, you know what? I never had a problem with my schedule, and I was telling this to my little brother the other day. Not to teach him like kissing ass is like good, but I mean it really is if you really think about it.
You gotta do what you gotta do, honey.
Girl, like if I really could have fucked my way up to the top, I would have, you know. But I had told Noah, I was like, you need to kiss ass to your counselors. Yeah. Your counselors are your best friend.
They're gonna help you out.
They will help you out a lot. As long as and you need to be kissing ass to your teachers too. No other teacher, no supervisor, nada más porque te dejan jugar. Yeah. You need to go with the people that benefit you.
Because if you don't, honey, honestly, like, it's not gonna help you at all at the long run.
That's why I had always kissed ass to my counselor, because she always gave me the classes that I wanted. And sometimes even changing semesters, I would be like, I don't like this teacher. He's giving me the wrong vibe. What's going on? I don't know. He's just giving us too much homework and I don't like it. She'd be like, okay, let me see who has a class available, and she would change it. Period. Never had a fucking problem. Period. And then sometimes I'd be like, you want a Starbucks?
Oh my God, stop.
Oh my God, you want some candy? I'm gonna bring you some chips.
Oh my God.
Dude, I'd be a badass fucking, like, girl, I know how to win my teachers.
And fuck them kids that be saying, like, teacher's pet, counselor pet. Who give a fuck, honey? I'm getting my way through fucking high school.
Because me and Irma were very kiss asses to our math teacher as well.
Because we were good students.
We were good students. We would do our homework. We would answer questions in class. We would always be on time.
We were very participants.
Well, we weren't always on time because.
But I feel like
but the only reason why we weren't on time was because of what? We were good students. Yeah. We had an A in our class.
Yeah. Like we always were top notch, not top notch, but we were good. That she was just like, it's fine. Like
she's like, as long as they do their work, as long as they're not failing, está bien. Literally. And if they want to leave early too, remember they would be like, just so we can go to our second class. Literally. We're done with everything. Like, and she's like, are you done with your homework? Show me.
And then we would sometimes just end up ditching class and everything for this next period.
And she wouldn't know.
She wouldn't know.
I would feel so bad, low key.
But she was always so nice.
Yeah,
I've actually forgotten her name.
I would love to be friends with her.
Yeah.
Oh, now that I'm an adult, I could be friends with my teachers.
Literally, let's go back to high school. Let's go be those bitches that have their keys like, hi. But to add on being like a teacher's pet, low key, like, I was a little bit of a teacher's pet in certain classes, and it would be to the classes where I would cheat in my tests. So literally, like, so this specific class, it was history, and I was struggling so hard with it. I was sitting closest to the whiteboard, and like this fool was all the way at the other end of the corner over there. So, you know, I would struggle a little bit with these history tests because I don't have great memory, and like me reading all this shit, like it was just not it. And like the notes that he would have us take, honestly, like where they were actually really helpful, but I just chose not to, like, you know, memorize them, because generally, like, the first time that I ever took the test, like, I stayed up I don't know how long, but I memorized my notes, memorized point by point, until at that point I was like, girl, I'm tired of memorizing this shit. I'm not gonna be staying up late at night for a fucking test. What the fuck this shit. So I would literally take pictures of my notes, and I would have them right here on the corner right here, and like I would obviously cheat. And each time before starts the test or anything, he was like, make sure nobody's cheating, make sure nobody has their test out or like their phones out or anything. And he would always specifically just be looking at me, dude.
Because maybe like, that was your guilt.
I mean, I don't know, but like he would literally like be like, don't be cheating, like that, you know, and towards me. So it's just like, I mean, do you know, or you just don't want to tell me anything because I'm just an innocent child and I'm just trying to do good in class, and I would just ask you, or like, am I just being like, as you said, my guilt probably or something. But generally I do think like he knew that I was cheating, but I just, you know, I just still continue doing it, and I passed.
But my favorite part about back to school is the before back to school. I don't know about you, friend, but I know that I like to do the shopping. And my favorite part was, of course, the shopping for the clothes. We would always go to outlet stores to go grab like really good clothes. My mom would always like us to look presentable, but my favorite part was, of course, the school supplies. Now, my mom always thought like, if you can write, you can write. You don't need a fancy need lead pencil. You don't need like any of that. So my mom, yeah, when she would buy us it, pues she would buy us it once, and y si lo perdemos, pues no lo va, ya no nos va a comprar, you know. So I would always buy my lead pencils. I would always buy my 5-star notebooks. Yeah,
those were
I would. My highlighters. I would always buy my highlighters. I would always buy my pens.
Colorful pens.
I would always have everything that I needed for school. And yeah, I personally had always liked the back to school. I just always hated it, of course, having to, make friends and stuff like that.
I feel like that's always a part, but I feel like during high school, I was actually not good, but like, I guess I always knew who to go towards in lunch or depending who I had in the classes. Because I will say I had like a friendship for like 2 years in high school, and obviously I would always kick it with them until eventually like I switched up with a different friendship, and I would hang out with them during junior year, and then I would hang out with a different friendship, which was Alan and Danny in senior year. But overall, I think I was pretty good with making friends easily, thankfully. But going back to the back to school shopping, where would you guys go to get your back to school stuff?
Well, most of the time it would be like Walmart, or we would actually sometimes, my dad would always buy us stuff from like the swap meet, which I didn't mind it. One time he bought me a JanSport backpack from the swap meet.
Yeah.
And I didn't mind it because it's JanSport. And
that was a shit backpack. If you had a JanSport, honey, like you
but
were
hold
good.
But hold on, even the most embarrassing part.
What?
Oh my God. Of course, because it was from the swap meet.
They were fake.
So when I would put my heavy stuff in there, tell me why I was in the middle of the fucking class and one of my backpack straps breaks.
Oh my God.
And then tell me why, dude. I'm opening up my zipper. And the zipper breaks.
Oh my God.
This is all on day 1, dude.
No.
That's how cheap they were, dude.
No way.
And then I was like, fuck, well, now I'm going to have to I'll rip off the other part and I'll carry it with one. And I start carrying it, rips. Like, I know maybe my dad was like struggling, but like,
quality.
Like, I know it's not his fault either.
But like, no, it makes sense because también that's where we would usually get our backpacks. We would actually get them from.
But would you get like a fake JanSport ones? No, honestly, you guys would get like nice quality ones.
No, not the nice quality ones. If anything, like my brothers would be the ones that would be like JanSport, like the quality ones, because I feel like that's when the guys were like very like that's just the thing. But for us girls, honestly, I would usually just have like a side purse or like the cute little bags, the generic brown one from Walmart. Or even sometimes like, literally
they were from Walmart.
Yeah, they were. But I remember honestly, like my parents, since it was 4 of us going back to school, like they had to make their money last for the both of us to go school, like back to school shopping. So I don't know if you know the 98 cent store by my house.
Oh, yeah.
That they literally tore down and they're turning it into a 98 cents to a Starbucks. So sad. I'm going to miss that 98 cent store. But we would always just go to that specific 98 cent store because they literally had everything. Even though like it was cheap and not the greatest material, like literally it got us through everything, dude. Binders, pencils, paper, notebooks, crayons, markers. Like the 98 cent store literally had everything, and we were able to get all our supplies from there with no issue. And obviously sometimes I'd be going to like Walmart and Target, and I'd be telling not Target, because Target wasn't a thing for my parents to go to. If anything, it was Kmart. Kmart was the place that we would go to and stuff. And I would want to get the mechanical pencils, the colorful ones, and they would be the clicking ones. Oh my God, I love those. But obviously, like, those were a little bit more expensive. But if my mom did end up getting those, like, we would try to get like a bigger pack so we could all individually get at least one.
Yeah.
So at least that. But as you mentioned, how your mom would be like, well, ni modo, te perdiste or whatever, like, then that's just
the same thing with
it was the same thing with my family and stuff. So, but whenever somebody would lose like theirs, or they would let me borrow theirs, I'm like, oh, I think Mommy, thank you so much, hope you forget. But yeah, dude, honestly, I feel like back to school shopping was really fun. I love it.
I'm like, back to school, I'm like, now I really do want to go back to school because
back to college.
Of just like this. I feel like it gives the nostalgia of like having to want to do something, you know what I mean? And you have a road to somewhere, you know what I mean?
I miss I low-key miss having my iPad. sometimes.
Me too. I was
Oh
just
my
thinking
God,
about it,
dude.
but I really do miss my iPad mini.
And that's also another thing. Like, I want to go back to school, and I really do miss my iPad, but also for like the reading and the annotates, because I feel like the iPad was it was just perfect for note taking and annotating while reading. Like, it was just the perfect thing to have. But like, obviously, I don't need it right now because I don't have any.
I'm like, I could just read on my phone right now. Yeah,
literally on the phone. But sometimes the phone's too tiny, and I want to have my Apple Pencil.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode, because we did. Go ahead and comment down below what was your favorite part. Come back up, click that like button and that subscribe button. And don't forget to follow us at all of our social medias at Call Me Danny.
At XO. And also don't forget to follow the social medias of Let's Talk Pendejadas on TikTok and on Instagram.
And I know last week we forgot our positive affirmation.
You are allowed to be both a masterpiece and a work in progress.
Oh, that's very good, very good, very good.
I love
very, 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 very good. But I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.